Smell what the Rock is cooking. The Rock says, the Rock says, the Rock says, the Rock. Get on the train. Pimpin' ain't easy. What's up? Hold that. Man, pimpin' ain't easy. Victorious, and I will defend.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the NWA World Championship Wrestling tonight. And it is a special night. The titles are on the line. The tag team titles, the U.S. tag team titles, and the World Championship will be defended right here tonight. Stay with us. All right, fans, we are here and joined by the man they call Psycho Sid. Sid Vicious is in the building, and tonight he's going up against not one but two opponents. Joining me here in the broadcast position, as always, Stu Mayhem and Stu. The recent breakup of the Towers of Power. We saw last week some of the fallout from that one. Well, first off, it's great to be here on an exciting night of wrestling. I believe we've got some video footage to show everybody. Indeed, here it is. This is what took place a week ago. As you see, Mean Mark going at it with Sid in the backstage area after they had lost another title match. Well, there was some fallout between these guys that was coming a long ways away, it would appear. Well, here it is on top of the truck, and then it went and got south real quick here. It looked like Mark was going to throw Sid all the way down to the floor. And then that turned the other way around, as you can see. So now Sid Vicious getting ready to take on not one but two opponents. We know that somewhere down the line, those two men, though, are going to get in the ring. Mean Mark and Psycho Sid. And as we head towards the Great American Bash, we realize just how much things are getting ready to heat up. Whoa, tremendous attempt right there by Bill Mulkey, and it fell flat. Well, the Mulkey's getting ready to go up against a man who is absolutely phenomenal. 7 foot tall, 300 plus pounds of nothing but twisted steel. Irish whip sends him to the ropes back out front, and he runs into a wall. That is Psycho Sid. Look at him, he just throws him down to the canvas like he's a rag doll. Absolutely nothing that the Mulkeys are going to do against this big man, I don't think. Oh, now he just took Randy Mulkey off the apron. And he took a swing at the referee as well. Going back to work right now on Mulkey. Well, the tag is made. Oh, look at this. Oh, and just like that, Randy Mulkey thought he was going to do something, and that turns out not to be the case. What exactly are they going to do against a man the size and the strength and the power of Sid Vicious? Overhead belly-to-belly suplex just launched him. Somebody may have to let NASA know about low-flying objects here in Atlanta. Whoa, back body drop right there by Randy Mulkey, and now some offense perhaps. Working the head and the neck of Sid Vicious. I don't know how much success he's going to have with that. Now Irish whip into the corner, going to see if he can double team. Well, that didn't last very long. No, it didn't, and now you see Sid one more time. Just throwing him around the ring here. Those back elbows really stunning him. Now in a regular tag team match, you'd want to cut the ring in half. I would think you'd want to do it more so here, but it doesn't appear that Sid has to worry too much about it. Big choke slam right there by Sid Vicious. Oh, look at that. He was going after Mulkey. He was going after Bill Mulkey outside the ring, and he caught. Well, payback. You may say it. Look at this. He's got him up in there for a slam. I don't believe it. Oh, he just slammed Sid Vicious. Can you? Oh, my. I never thought I'd see that one here tonight. And now Vicious coming walking. Look at this Irish whip over the top rope. He's on the apron. And Randy Mulkey bringing him in the hard way. Who would have believed it? Mulkey's on the middle rope. And now he falls up with a neck breaker. Well, he's continuing to do some work right now on Psycho Sid, and I've got to tell you, I never thought for a moment the Mulkeys were going to have a chance in this one. Well, he does a smart thing, and he brings him over to his corner, but now what is he doing? Not quite so smart now. He's wasting time. Tremendous clothesline. And now Sid waiting. Bill Mulkey slowly getting back up, and look at this. Crossface. He's got him with a crossface. Oh, he released the hold right there. Now Sid's got him up. What's he going to do with him? Powerbomb. That might be it. And it is. Sid Vicious coming out here tonight to make a statement, not taking on one, but two opponents here. Well, he took them on and he took them out. There's the powerbomb just planting them. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Sid Vicious. He'll have stiffer competition, though, when he and Mean Mark Callis meet up in the future. Fans, we've got a lot of action coming your way. Stay with us right here on the Nation Network. wrestling fans. This is Ken Rusnick inviting you to join us for AWA, American Wrestling Association wrestling action right here on the Nation Network. The biggest, the best, all of the greatest names in professional wrestling under one banner, and that banner is the AWA. Nick Bockwinkel, the Road Warrior, Stan the Lariat Hansen, the Midnight Rockers, and many, many more right here, exclusively in the AWA, exclusively on the Nation Network. All right, we are joined now by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. 1/3 of the NWA six-man tag team champions, and tonight he is a challenger for the World Tag Team titles against the Midnight Express. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it is this time of the year, baby, that the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, likes to talk about things like getting funky like a monkey, baby, because it's time for the Great American Bash, you see. So during the Great American Bash, many, many things can happen, and many, many things will. But tonight, I focus my attention, baby, on you, Jimmy Cornette, and your Midnight Express. Because you see, you got something that means a lot to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and that is the NWA World Tag Team Championships. And me and my brother Manny Fernandez, we're going to come and get those titles tonight. You mark my words, baby. You put them up, we're going to shut you up. But I got a funny feeling it's going to be the summer of the American Dream, yes I do. Ric Flair. During the Great American Bash, you will have to defend the World Heavyweight title some 25 times in 30 days, man. And I know you've done it before, but baby, I think I got your number. Now, I know in the past it's been said there will be no more return matches. But come hell or high water, baby, one way or another, the American Dream gonna find a way to get the NWA World Heavyweight Championship back around my waist where it belongs, baby. I'm a son of a plumber, but I'm a champion at heart, baby. And this is gonna happen, mark my words. Well, there it is. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, says somehow he's gonna get the world title back. We shall see. The Great American Bash just around the corner. All right, wrestling fans, we are back, and it is time for the first title match of the evening. As we take a look at the challengers making their way down to the ring, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, accompanied by James J. Dillon. Well, the Horsemen recently dropped the six-man tag team goal that they had, and that clearly has not resonated well with them, and tonight they have an opportunity to get some of that back as they go after the United States Tag Team Championship. Well, indeed, it's going to be interesting to find out if they're able to get past the Rock and Roll Express, because they've been on an absolute high as of late. And heading into the Great American Bash, I can tell you right now, Ricky and Robert have every intention of still wearing gold. We heard the American Dream earlier tonight alluding to the championship schedule of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, presuming he's still the champion, going in to the Great American Bash, and there's no joke there. It is a 25-day title defense barrage over the course of 34 days. And whoever the champion is will assume that schedule and those contracts that are on the line. And I can tell you right now, we're going to see some incredible one-on-one matches for the Nature Boy Ric Flair during the month of July. Well, the Great American Bash kicks off on July 4th with a tremendous event, which will be Battle Bowl. As we take a look at Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, the United States Tag Team Champions. Well, indeed, Battle Bowl is going to kick things off. It is going to be an extraordinary event. There will be two Battle Royals that will be determined by the outcome of a series of random tag team matches. And the two winners of the two Battle Royals will face each other one-on-one. We take a look now at the challengers, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. They've been tag team champions in the past. They know exactly what they've got to do, and they're not strangers when it comes to the Rock and Roll Express either. All four of these men very familiar with one another. You see the signs in the background, the fans predominantly in favor of the Rock and Roll Express here tonight. And there are the United States Tag Team Champions, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Fans, we want to thank you once again for joining us here on the Nation Network. New subscribers every day. We appreciate you very much. The Nation Network started its invasion earlier today by going onto Twitch. You can visit us now on Twitch as well. Bell Sounds action's underway. And here we've got it. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson getting ready. It is Gibson right now with the Russian leg sweep on Arn Anderson, and down he goes. Nice headlock takedown of Robert Gibson early on, controlling Arn Anderson in a wrestling match. We'll see if that can last. Well, both been capable of having a great wrestling match. We'll see if those are the tactics they resort to. More or less from the side of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, I would think if anyone's going to bend or break the rules first, it would be them. But at the same time, the Rock and Roll Express able to match them on any style they want. We saw James J. Dillon outside the ring there distracting Robert Gibson for a moment, and now Arn Anderson taking advantage of this situation. Anderson now standing over Gibson. I'm not sure why he's allowing him a chance to recover. That could be a mistake, but Gibson right back into the corner he goes. Oh, going to work on the leg. What a move right there by Arn Anderson. He could have blown out that knee. That was devastating. He had him tied up in the corner and brought all the weight down on the back of the knee of Robert Gibson, but he seems to be all right. Well, just hit him with a big suplex to show him that his knee was still working, but how many of those can you take? Tremendous clothesline now by Arn Anderson. Gives him the advantage. And now the tag mate. Here comes Tully Blanchard. Well, fans, earlier today, and my colleague here had the occasion to call the action. It was Tuesday in Texas, and that was on the Twitch network. And you can view that as well as other upcoming events from the Nation Network by going to Twitch. And the channel is Vince_McSham. It was one heck of an event earlier today. Tuesday in Texas was an amazing event. We had some incredible, historic matches, and if you haven't seen it, go catch the replay because it was something to behold. And now Ricky Morton with an arm wringer, and down goes Anderson face first into the canvas. Now Ricky Morton starting to delve out some of the punishment here. Rock and Roll Express starting to put some offense together right now. He's got Anderson into the turnbuckle, shoulder first. Right now, the Rock and Roll Express really starting to do pretty well for themselves in this match. Arn Anderson is staggered. And Ricky Morton comes off the middle rope with the axe handle and down into the head. Lunging tag made. Here comes Tully Blanchard into the ring. And he goes right into a stiff back elbow by Ricky Morton. Oh, shoulder tackle now by Tully Blanchard. He hits with a knee to the midsection. And just that quickly, the Horsemen turn the tide. Tully Blanchard now has got Ricky Morton in trouble. He's going to go for the pile driver. He hit it. That could be all she wrote right there. I don't know. Well, look at that, Ricky Morton with a fireman's carry. Tremendous drop kick, and Tully Blanchard in trouble. Ricky Morton drops him with a DDT. He hooks the leg. Levin up one. He's got two and almost. So close. I thought for sure they were going to get it on that one. Tag made to Robert Gibson. Here comes the double team. Taking a page out of the book of the Midnight Express. Hooks the leg. Save made by Double A. Arn Anderson, the enforcer, able to get in there just in the nick of time. But now, Ricky Morton sends him back outside the ring. Oh, and Robert Gibson finishes the job. James J. Dillon is beside himself. Well, the Rock and Roll Express, a double team on Arn Anderson to get him out of the match. Tully Blanchard now is going to have to take care of business on his own. He's capable. Tully Blanchard addressing the audience here when he should be doing more damage. Oh, look at that. He's just slapped Robert Gibson across the face. How insulting is that? Now choking him out in the middle of the ring. Referee standing by. Well, Tully Blanchard knows when to release it. And he gets away with it. We said earlier on that they would be the ones that would bend and break the rules, and that's exactly what's happened. What is that? Oh, no, don't do this. Don't do this. No. Oh, a spike pile driver. That should be it. Ricky Morton has to make the save. You're not getting up from that one. I don't care who you are. The hell just happened there? Yet another glitch in the system. Nice move right there. Robert Gibson getting out of the line of fire for the moment. And now he's got the enforcer Arn Anderson up. Drives him back first into the top turnbuckle and now back out to the middle of the ring. Gibson with a bulldog. Robert Gibson now shooting Arn Anderson into the turnbuckle. Nice back heel trip right there. And now Arn Anderson back in control. He's got that half Boston Crab on. Referee was right down there asking Robert Gibson if he wanted to give it up. He would not. And now Gibson waiting. But Arn Anderson was ready for it. Arm drag takes him down, and now Anderson with the advantage. Tremendous shoulder breaker, and that could be it. Gibson manages to stay kicked out. Well, lucky for him because Tully Blanchard able to intercept Ricky Morton. Robert Gibson with a DDT, and Anderson planted head first into the canvas, not moving. Oh, and now look at Robert Gibson hammering away on the head of the enforcer. I think the Rock and Roll Express have had about enough of this. Another big clothesline right there by Arn Anderson. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle. Tag is made, and now they're going to do it again. There's no way he's going to survive a second one. We should have new tag team champions right here. He hooks the leg, it's one, he gets two, and it's over. No! Unbelievable. Ricky Morton was nowhere to be found. He wasn't going to make the save. How in the world did Robert Gibson survive? Fans, I've seen it all now. You see Gibson holding his head. He may have a concussion. It's hard to say, but that is one of the most lethal moves you will ever see inside of a wrestling ring. And now the big windup and a big discus punch, and down goes Tully Blanchard. I believe Blanchard's been busted open with that one. I believe you're right. It appears that there is blood flowing down the head. From the forehead, there is an open wound on Tully Blanchard. What a move by Ricky Morton. Drop kick off the top rope. Blanchard's in a lot of trouble right now. Look at that. Whoa, yeah, he's losing blood. Tag is made. There's the drop kick. That could be all she wrote right there. Arn Anderson able to make the save. Ricky Morton going after the leg of Arn Anderson. Tully Blanchard, a bloody mess. Blanchard now takes him out of the corner. Sunset flip, he couldn't hold it. Wow, big opportunity though, and now Tully Blanchard, what in the world is he doing? Not what I would recommend. Well, definitely not, but for whatever reason. Now it is Tully Blanchard. He's got him. What's he going to do here? Slams him down on the arm. That is a Horseman move if ever there was one. Well, that'll damage the elbow. It'll damage the shoulder. And, of course, the back just from the body slam. Making the most out of one move. Maximizing the damage. That is what the Horsemen do best. Gibson now working on the head and the neck of Tully Blanchard. He desperately needs to make the tag. Arn Anderson needs to get his partner out of there. Now Tully Blanchard with a nice gut-wrench suplex, and down goes Robert Gibson. Here's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes, and now Gibson's in the wrong part of town. He extends that arm out, and down goes Anderson. But Gibson comes up with a DDT, and Anderson may be out. Tully Blanchard hanging on to that top rope for dear life outside the ring. He might not be much help to Anderson right now, but the tag made. Ricky Morton, the fresh man, he's back in. Ricky Morton from that middle rope, back elbow, finds the mark. Morton dropping the leg down across the chest. Anderson feeling the effects of that one, and now Ricky Morton's got him up again and plants it with a decisive body slam, follows it up with a fist drop. Things definitely not going the way they wanted them to if you're the Horsemen. Well, there's definitely been an ebb and flow to this match, but right now, the tidal wave of momentum seems to be behind the Rock and Roll Express, but as soon as I say that, Anderson hit with that spine buster, but Ricky Morton kicking right out of it, and again, now Morton making the mistake of addressing the fans. You celebrate when it's over. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle. Arn Anderson does not want to be there. Already caught him with a big boot on the way in. Arn Anderson, you know, they call him the enforcer for a reason. Arn Anderson, he can handle anything you throw his way, and he will come back and absolutely decimate you. Another double team coming up here. The Rock and Roll Express, what are they going to do? Ricky and Robert. Tag team specialists, and they show you why right there. That is why they are the NWA US Tag Team Champions. Gibson with a scoop slam. And now he's waiting for Anderson to get back up to his feet. He's on the middle rope. What is he planning to do? Look at this. Anderson caught him. And drops him across the top rope. Sends him into the turnbuckle and now spins him back around. Anderson into the turnbuckle now, and he's in the wrong part of town. Robert Gibson tying him up into the turnbuckle. Let's see what he's going to do here. Taking a page out of the book of the Four Horsemen as he chokes Anderson out in the corner. Tremendous dropkick. Go for the cover and you might have him. Well, he elects not to. Wow, what a neck breaker right there. And Anderson may be out. Morton is in the ring, going to try and intercept Tully Blanchard, which he does, and it's over. The Rock and Roll Express retain the NWA United States Tag Team Championship. Unbelievable. Robert Gibson survived not one but two spike pile drivers. I thought for sure we'd have new champions after the second one. That was a tremendous outing for the Rock and Roll Express. Showing everybody once again why they are the NWA's United States Tag Team Champions. Fans, stay with us. We still have plenty more action left to come. All right, fans, we're back and we're being joined by number one Paul Jones. Oh, I can only imagine what's on his mind. Something tells me we're not going to have to wait very long to find out.
You know something? Number one Paul Jones, since I've come here to the NWA, I came here for a reason. I am assembling an army that I will lead into the Great American Bash. And it starts with Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, Jimmy Valiant, you may think that you've got what it takes to beat somebody like Ravishing Rick Rude, but I'm here to tell you, no, you don't. You will never be able to beat Paul Jones and his army. And tonight, you're going to get just a little taste of what you have to look forward to all summer long. Because tonight, the Ravishing One, Rick Rude, representing the number one Paul Jones, is going to take Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, and end the music. That's right. Tonight will be the night the music dies. And Boogie Woogie Man will be no more. Tonight we launch the first missile in the attack of the Paul Jones Army.
Well, fans, let's see what that looks like. Later tonight, Paul Jones' army, Ravishing Rick Rude against the Boogie Woogie Man. All right, fans. We want to welcome Carl Howard to the nation. Thank you so much for subscribing. As the Ravishing One, Rick Rude, makes his entrance here. We just heard from number one, Paul Jones. Well, you know what? Paul Jones makes it sound like it's going to be a cakewalk for the Jones Army. We know his commander is right here. Ravishing Rick Rude. Well, here we go.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, ugly, inner city sweat hogs, keep the noise down while I take my robe off and show the ladies what a real sexy man looks like. Hit the music.
Well, he definitely knows how to get people on his side, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely knows how to make the most of a situation, no doubt about that. But when you can back it up, I guess it's not really bragging, is it?
By far one of the most tremendous wrestlers in the world today. And here comes the Boogie Woogie Man. Jimmy Valiant, 1/3 of the 6-man tag team champions. And thanks to mandatory backups on Windows, we do not have any music right now. All right, the bell sounds, and here we go.
Well, according to Paul Jones, he said tonight the music dies. Maybe he attacked somebody in the back.
Yeah, we'll blame it on that. That sounds good. Rude going for that suplex, and now Jimmy Valiant saying, I don't think so. The Boogie Woogie Man gonna take the advantage right now over Rick Rude. Big elbow right to the back of the neck, and Rude early on the receiving end of the punishment here, and now Jimmy Valiant snaps him back into the center of the ring.
Well, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, really handing out some punishment here to Ravishing Rick Rude, but you gotta figure the momentum is gonna get a swing in the favor of Ravishing One sooner or later.
Well, there's a big shot to the midsection. Now Rude gonna follow that up by driving the Boogie Woogie Man head first into the canvas. Well, that's a mistake right there. Why in the world would Rude not continue to follow up? The last thing he should be doing is underestimating Jimmy Valiant, because Jimmy Valiant absolutely hates Paul Jones. Oh, look at that face. First into the canvas, and this could be an upset. Hooks the leg.
He may have him right here.
Paul Jones will be fit to be tied if Rude loses this match. And now here he goes. What's he going to do? If he does what I think, it's going to be all over. There it is. The big elbow. Fans, we're looking at an upset. And it happened. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's an upset. The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, victorious. That is an upset win in anybody's book.
Oh, I cannot believe what we just saw. Paul Jones gonna be absolutely beside himself.
All right, fans, it is time for the NWA World Tag Team Championship match. Here come the challengers. They are the 2/3 of the 6-man tag team champions. The Raging Bull Manny Fernandez and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes.
Well, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes called upon the services of Manny Fernandez several weeks ago to come and join him here in the NWA to take those 6-man titles from the Horsemen, and he did, and they were victorious. And now they're looking to take even more gold away, and this time from the Midnight Express.
Well, if you think Paul Jones is upset at the outcome of the last match, imagine what would happen to Jim Cornette's head if the Midnight Express were to lose here tonight. Here they are the NWA World Tag Team Champions. Beautiful Bobby, Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express. And fans, we want to invite you to join us over on Twitch immediately following this broadcast. It will start out with a 15-minute episode of the Backstage Lounge, which is open commentary between you, the fans, and the host of the program. And then we are going to show you what we will be focusing most of our attention on with the Twitch network. Join us right after we go off here.
And of course, for all news related to our channel and all programming, you can follow us on Twitter at Invasion Nation as it appears in the lower right corner of your screen.
You can keep up to date with all the things going on in and around the world of the FWF. As we take a look at the challengers right now, Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull, and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, who we heard from earlier tonight.
And there are the champions. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan Lane. The Midnight Express.
Well, Jim Cornette made it clear that his mother wants to make sure that they keep those tag team titles throughout the entire summer, throughout the Great American Bash. He'll be the first one to tell you that she's invested a lot of money in it, giving them the very best trainers available. Now Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and Bob Eaton going to work, and there it is. Right off the bat, a shin buster by American Dream Dusty Rhodes, and now he calls him back out to the center of the ring. Dusty's got him up. Suplex takes him down.
Well, early on, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes having his way with Bobby Eaton, but there was a mistake made by the American Dream, and now Bobby Eaton's going to capitalize.
Well, you see Jim Cornette outside the ring, very happy with the way things going there, but look at this. Dusty Rhodes blocking the attempt. And now Eaton backed into the ropes. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, continuing to go to work on the leg. You know, something else Dusty Rhodes said is that throughout the Great American Bash, he intends to get that World Championship back around his waist. It was when Bruno Sammartino was president of the FWF that he made the statement that the last title match those two men had would be the last title match they would have. And that was over a year ago, and that has held up all this time. Unless Dusty Rhodes knows something I don't know, that is not going to happen as long as Ric Flair is the world champion. Nice move right there by Manny Fernandez. Goes from behind, and down goes Stan Lane.
Oh, Manny Fernandez right now doing a good job of controlling Stan Lane, keeping him on the mat, making him carry the weight of his opponent.
Continuing to keep him on the mat, now working the arm of Lane. Oh, wow. That'll separate his shoulder right there, no doubt about it. Back elbow and a boot to the midsection. And now, oh, look at this. Stan Lane now comes up with one. And there's a gutbuster on Manny Fernandez. Stan Lane going to work. Stomping on the right hand of Manny Fernandez.
Nice move right there. Manny Fernandez used the momentum to his advantage.
Stan Lane was inches away from making the tag. Oh, wait a minute. Now the distraction going on here by Jim Cornette. Up in the air he goes. He's got him. And plants him with authority. Russian leg sweeping again. The Raging Bull on the receiving end. And now Jim Cornette much happier than he was moments earlier.
Stan Lane wants him on his feet. That could be a mistake.
Nobody home, and now look at this. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, making him pay for it. Into the turnbuckle. There is the tag made. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, double team. Back body drop sends him way up into the lights. And now the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, taking over this one. Fans, we remind you the NWA World Tag Team titles are on the line. And now it is Dusty Rhodes going to work on the shoulder.
Oh, wait a minute. This could be it.
Stan Lane with a boot to the midsection, and now he's got Dusty Rhodes. Oh, backbreaker. Driving him down across the knee.
Now Stan Lane's going to go over and make the tag. This Bobby Eaton at the command of Jim Cornette, reminding him to keep the fresh man in the ring at all times. And now look at this.
Bobby Eaton going right to the eyes of Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes was right there to make a tag, but he couldn't even see. I'm sure he was still shaking off the effects of the eye rake. Now a neck breaker, and Dusty Rhodes really starting to absorb some punishment here.
Oh, but he turns it around right there. And Bobby Eaton now is on the receiving end.
Dusty Rhodes teeing off with some lefts and some rights. Big elbow backs him up into the ropes, and now back body drop all the way out to the floor. Dusty Rhodes came down hard, and he is favoring his back right now. Dusty Rhodes, what's he doing?
Well, he just pulled out a sledgehammer.
Back into the ring now. Wait a minute, Stan Lane going outside. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's starting to break down just a little bit. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, just got driven into the ropes the hard way.
Well, you see the cringe on the face of... Oh, that was terrible.
Well, Jim Cornette applauding the efforts of Stan Lane, but the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, getting the opportunity here as well. And now what's he going to do? The bionic elbow. Hooks the leg. Wait a minute. Referee is distracting him. 2 count only, and what happened? We've got pandemonium in the ring right now. We almost had new tag team champions.
I don't know what just happened there, but all 4 men were in the ring, and now the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, taking over on this one, and Stan Lane is in trouble.
Here he goes again. Dusty teeing off on him. Flip, flop, and fly. Stan Lane. What's going on here, Manny Fernandez? Cleaning house. What is going on? And now the referee just disqualifying Manny Fernandez. Why? Wait a minute. Now he's going after Dusty Rhodes. All right, fans, we are back. Still very confused about what just went down. Manny Fernandez ended up getting his team disqualified by being inside the ring when he wasn't a legal man, and then he was opening up on everybody, including Dusty Rhodes.
Well, I believe it may have just been some confusion in the moment. I don't know, but it was very unorthodox, to say the least.
All right, fans, it is time now for the main event of the evening. It is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Here is the challenger from Hawaii, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And we know firsthand Ricky Steamboat has exactly what it takes to beat the Nature Boy Ric Flair. The question is, can he do it here tonight?
Well, just the fact that we've got the world title on the line here tonight makes it an occasion. The fans here are really in for a big treat, and they know it.
Here comes the NWA World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, he's held on to that title for a long time now, and many have tried, but none have succeeded in removing it from around his waist.
Will that streak come to an end here tonight? We mentioned already that the Great American Bash is just weeks away. Imagine having to go almost 25 nights over the course of a month defending that title, night in and night out, against competition like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. James J. Dillon having some words with fans at ringside.
Well, I'll say this, if anyone is capable, it would be the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Absolutely, I agree with that wholeheartedly. The month of July will be a busy month here on the Nation Network. Fans, join us for all the action. There is the challenger, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He looks to become the new NWA World Champion right here on World Championship Wrestling.
Well, there is the world champion out of Charlotte, Carolina. And he is the man, as he likes to say. To be the man, you've got to beat the man. Well, he is the man.
He is also the self-professed dirtiest player in the game, and that is what Ricky Steamboat will have to endure. Flair surrendering the title to the referee. Steamboat knows he's in for a fight. The oldest championship competed for in professional wrestling, the NWA World Title. Flair comes running in and runs right into one of those deep Ricky the Dragon Steamboat arm drags, and Flair, maybe realizing the error of his way, runs into a big boot right into the face now. And Steamboat gets him with a suplex. Concerned look on the face of James J. Dillon. Look at the wrestling clinic being put on right here by Ricky Steamboat. Now James J. Dillon distracting the challenger here. Flair from behind takes advantage of the situation with a belly-to-back suplex, and down goes Ricky Steamboat.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Ricky Steamboat's done a tremendous job early on in this match.
Firing up this crowd is Steamboat. The chops, normally by Ric Flair, back body drop, and Steamboat goes all the way out to the concrete.
That one's gonna hurt.
Both of these men go to work on the floor, and Steamboat knows one thing about Flair. When it comes to being outside the ring, the dirtiest player in the game will do anything to gain the advantage.
Steamboat back in the ring. He knows he won't be counted out, because if he does, he will not win the title. And now Flair bailing out, trying to recollect himself, and that's a smart move by the champion.
And again, Flair. Down he goes. And he falls out to the floor. Steamboat. Jawbreaker by the champion.
And now Flair going to work. Oh, choking him out in the middle of the ring. Great wrestling hold.
And now there's a steel chair made its way into the match, and that's got to be at the hands of James J. Dillon. Steamboat, what is he going to do? He thinks twice about it. Steamboat's got Ric Flair perched on the top rope. Now he goes up after him. What's he going to do here? All the way to the top. It could be a superplex.
Oh, he caught him with it. Everyone knows about the back of Ric Flair.
And what a suplex he just caught Ricky Steamboat with after the distraction by James J. Dillon. Now Flair starting to mount some offense here against against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And going to work now on the knee and the leg, and we know why.
Given half the opportunity, he'll put that figure four leg lock on there and make short work of him.
And now Steamboat starting to gain the momentum here. Sleeper hold is on. Flair's going to be trying to get out, and he does. Stuns him with that one.
And again, the referee distracted by James J. Dillon as Flair takes advantage of the opportunity.
And now Flair's got him. Gonna go to work again on that leg of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Setting him up for the figure four leg lock if he can do it. Steamboat into the turnbuckle, and now Flair walks right into it. And now Ricky the Dragon Steamboat ignoring James J. Dillon. Irish whip sends him all the way out to the floor. Steamboat, what is he doing up there? Flair is out on the floor still. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh my God.
All the way down with a cross-body block here on the concrete floor. Flair is down. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat may have just taken the life out of Ric Flair.
Flair barely up to his feet. Steamboat ducked out by that one by Flair. And now the Nature Boy Ric Flair going to see what he can come back with, because he's been on the receiving end of some punishment now.
The elbow landing right on the chest of the Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon in trouble, and now look at Flair. Styling and profiling as only the world champion can. Shoots the leg, and this could be it right here. He's going to go for the figure four leg lock. Will he get him? He's got it on him. Steamboat's in trouble. Steamboat's got to turn it over. And he does.
Wow, was that ever close? Looked like Flair was about to retain.
Steamboat now with a small package. He's got him rolled up. New champion right here. No.
How do you like that?
Flair gets back in the ring, catches a boot right to the ribs. Rolls it up, and now Ricky Steamboat's got him again. 1, 2, and a new champion. No.
My goodness, it is getting closer by the moment.
The Dragon going all the way up to the top. Big elbow. Now he's got the leg of Ric Flair. What was he going to do?
I don't know, but I think he might have been trying to figure four of his own.
Flair goes for the cover. It's one. And that's all. Oh, James J. Dillon just got it. Ricky Steamboat taking out James J. Dillon.
Well, you can hardly blame him for that.
Flair dropping Steamboat down across the top rope. The world title is on the balance. And now, the Nature Boy Ric Flair going to work on the challenger. Big elbow drop once again, finding its mark, and Ricky Steamboat. Flair continuing the styling and profiling, and once again, James J. Dillon distracting the challenger, Ricky Steamboat.
Back and forth they go.
Steamboat now, Irish whip sends him in. Look at this, leapfrog comes back out front, cross body. Will that be enough? Hooks the leg. Referee's in position, there's one, there's two, and Flair out the back door.
Man, oh man, has this one ever been close?
Steamboat hitting the ropes, back out front. Crucifix rolls him down, but he's in the ropes, and now James J. Dillon one more time getting in the way. Small package rolls him up. New champion. Flair kicking out.
Steamboat going up to the top rope one more time.
He connects. The Dragon willing himself to the top rope. Hooks the leg. Could that be it? Flair has enough to shove off.
I don't know what he's got to do to him at this point, because I'll tell you right now, a lesser man would have been pinned already.
Well, it's not a lesser man, like it or not. He is the world champion, and it's not by accident. And Steamboat, once again, has got the sleeper hold on him. Steamboat has it on him. He couldn't hold it.
Steamboat has spent almost all the energy I think he's got.
Flair blocking the shot and retaliates with one of his own. Back chop. Lighting up the chest of Ricky Steamboat, and now the Nature Boy Ric Flair in control of this one. Flair driving the knee into the chest. Goes for the leg. He's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock right here. And Flair has it on him. Steamboat better figure it out, and figure it out quickly, or it'll be all over. Steamboat is in trouble. He is on the brink. It's over. He can't hold on any longer. What a match.
Well, the Nature Boy Ric Flair was on the doorstep of losing the title on a number of occasions, and we'll probably see several of those here in the replay. Well, maybe not.
Tremendous win for the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And these two men, whether they like each other or not, they respect one another. Fans, we invite you to join us over on Twitch. The Backstage Lounge will be coming up in about 5 minutes, and then we will go into the new programming that will be exclusively to Twitch. Join us once again over there on Twitch. Do a search for Vince McSham. That's Vince_McSham, and you will find the channel. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, for the NWA, Tony Schiavone, for Stu Mayhem saying so long, everybody.